The Inseparable Mr. and Mrs. Darcy, a Pride and Prejudice variation, a Meryton Mystery, Book 3. Written by Jennifer Joy. Narrated by Nancy Peterson. Chapter 1. Elizabeth Bennet gazed over the candelabra at her betrothed, Fitzwilliam Darcy. Even in thought she pronounced his name with a sigh. His eyes, as tender as a caress and intense as the flickering flame separating them, met hers, capturing Elizabeth in their warm depths and pulling her into their own private conversation. She understood him better now. She had learned to read his expressions with greater accuracy, opening up a world of debates and flirtations with the subtle tilt of his chin, curl of his lips, and glint in his eyes, which at that particular moment flickered to her left. Elizabeth smiled back at him, clamping her teeth onto the edges of her lips to keep from laughing aloud and drawing attention to their clandestine communication. Miss Bingley sat at Elizabeth's left. Elizabeth wondered if she had distractedly leaned into the socialite's personal space, or if the man sitting on Miss Bingley's other side had done so. Either way, the lady did not attempt to contain her disdain for either of her table companions. Elizabeth considered the seating arrangements from Miss Bingley's perspective. Her brother, Mr. Bingley, was devoted to his new wife, as was Colonel Fitzwilliam to his bride. Miss Bingley's sister, Mrs. Hurst, was accompanied by her husband. Elizabeth's aunt and Uncle Phillips were happily married, while Sir William and Lady Lucas beamed unitedly at the cause of the celebration. There were 3 unmarried men at the gathering, not counting William, who was happily engaged to marry Elizabeth, Miss Bingley's foe. Elizabeth's father, recently widowed and in mourning, Mr. Collins, father's foolish cousin and heir, and Mr. Tanner. Both of the younger men would have been considered unworthy by the superior-minded Miss Caroline Bingley. No doubt Sir William Lucas, the host of the wedding feast they quietly celebrated at Lucas Lodge, had taken it upon himself to encourage those who had not yet met with so great a success as his own daughter Charlotte had in the marriage mart. In keeping with the tradition of parents whose child had achieved the blessed and highly coveted married state, he must have assumed the arrangement pleasing to the unattached pair. Mr. Tanner and Miss Bingley, however, clearly did not agree.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?